guys, welcome. I'm Jen Burson. I'm the founder and president of Generation PR and the creator of Generation Academy and the Profitable PR Pros community. I am so excited for today's chat. I love talking about landing new business, getting client leads, getting the right clients in the door. When you implement the right strategies and you're intentional with how you go about building your pipeline strategically, it works where it fires on all cylinders. And now you have the right kinds of clients in the door. You have clients that are happy to pay your retainer because they know you're the best at what you do. And then you are able to get to that place where you're making enough revenue to be able to build a team and scale your business. And that's where all the magic happens. So we are going to chat about filling your client pipeline, and establishing this client pipeline is a key part of growing your agency, increasing revenue, and achieving those crazy kind of hairy, scary goals. We're going to dive in. What even is a client pipeline? So this is the process, the group of prospective clients that are sitting on the sidelines. They're waiting to start working with you when the time comes, or you are building that relationship so that they do want to start working with you when they need your services. And it can be made up of brands who you've been talking with for a few weeks, or others that you've just found out about recently. And this process, this pipeline process, is where you turn those leads into clients. And it's so important to consistently be working to refill your client pipeline as new clients, potential clients, end up converting to clients and come in your agency, because this is how we are able to create consistent, predictable, recurring retainer revenue. So if you do not have a reliable client pipeline set up just yet, now is the time to get on it, okay? So here's how you build an effective client pipeline. And you might not be doing this first step, but it is so important. You have to nail down your ideal client profile. So as an agency owner and a PR professional, you probably already have a vision of the business that you want to run, but it also has to extend to the kinds of clients that you want to serve, the kinds of clients that you will welcome into your business, okay? You want to enjoy the work that you're doing. You want to enjoy your clients, and we know that you can't do that if you're constantly working with clients that don't feel right. They're not the right fit. And it can also be the way that they interact. Hire someone that got on a call with us. We didn't even know he would be on. We didn't know what he would be asking, but he ripped into us. Like, I'm telling you, in 17 and a half, almost 18 years of running Generation, I have never had such a negative call with a client. And he sort of attacked me and our team, and like painted me into a corner where it was like a lose-lose situation, where no matter how I answered his question, he was going to attack my answer and then show us that that wasn't what they were expecting and it wasn't enough. And this person who never talked to me, spoke to me, my team, anything, just continued to attack us. And at one point he said, "I feel bamboozled." I was like, that feels like you're accusing us of being a scam. And that's not at all who we are, and that's a misrepresentation. It didn't get as far as attacking my team. I can handle it. I don't care. This guy doesn't know me. I know that we are putting in the good work. We're doing everything possible. You know, I confidently feel that we've done all the right things. But when he started attacking me, you know, I had to like draw the line at him going to my team and laying into my team. And so I quickly got it to a place where we could just take it offline, give them a recap, and I will not get back on the phone and talk to that person, and we're happily going to move on from this client now that this person is there. My whole point being, you get to decide who you want to work with and what is their personality like. Think about the types of people in your niche and the niche that you're drawn to, and who would be drawn to that as well, and who do you want to work with long term. What are their personalities like? What's the culture like at their company? And I'm sorry, like, when you know your worth and you see a client is not treating you the way you deserve. Nobody deserves to be treated horribly or to be called a scam and say that you're being bamboozled. Like, bamboozled? Like, who the frick uses the word bamboozled? So part of this filling the client pipeline is nailing down your ideal client. Working with clients you love, and the types of companies, brands, but also the people, and thinking about the culture, their personalities, reflect on past experiences with clients that weren't the right fit, and think about what didn't gel. Think about the kinds of clients that you want to work with, both the niches, the types of companies, size of companies, but also the leadership, your point of contact. Can you get along with them? So part of this is making an ideal client profile. And I promise, when you set compatibility and the way that you work as a priority for you with clients, you'll know what to look for, and you'll instantly be able to say no. And then you want to cast your net far and wide to your network, and think about your team and their connections. You can leverage your team's connections so that you can expand your network and help find the right clients. So if you have team members who are transitioning to PR after starting their careers in another industry, they may have a wide network of people that you can be connected to seamlessly, so that you're able to kind of expand your outreach and cast a wider net. You're going to be able to contact more people than you normally would have if you just went through your own contact list. The personal connection to that contact will form a really strong referral. There's also, do not hesitate to reach out to your own network, both your professional network and your personal contacts. And I have found that the biggest referral source for us to the best clients, the most qualified leads, the highest retainers, the most aligned with the kind of work we do, always come from old clients. So they either move to a new company and they want to bring along with them the contractors, the team members who made them look good at their last role, or they expand kind of outward and get into like bigger roles and have contacts all over the place. And if you just reach out and tell them what you're looking for, they'll connect you with somebody in their network if you ask them specifically for an introduction. That is the best source of referrals. But also think about your team, and if they have a network that has been aligned from a past career or a past role at a company, where you can tap into their network as well. And that is just a really great, solid, strong referral source. And if you need a new client or two at your agency, ask your team to reach out to their network, and want to make sure that your team is aware of your ideal client, and they should only reach out to the contacts who align with your agency's niche, and this is important, your core values. And that's a pretty clear, yes or no when you start to see how a company, how its leadership operates. Are they aligned with your core values? If you get the sense they're not, then it's an easy no. So, one, you nail down your ideal client profile. 2, cast your net far and wide to your network and beyond. And 3, you're going to protect your reputation in your industry. This is word of mouth, and it is one of the biggest ways new clients are going to enter your pipeline. And if word on the street is that your agency isn't the greatest to work with, the pipeline will stay empty. If you have examples where things were not communicated well, or you told the clients you promised the sun, moon, and stars, and it was like you over promised and under delivered, there are concrete examples of you not doing the greatest job or being difficult to work with or whatever, and your pipeline will stay empty. But what I try to do, even in a situation where things do not work out because whatever reason, we're always candid. We always take responsibility. If a client has a budget challenge and they need out of their contract, I am not going to fight tooth and nail to get every cent that I'm owed, only for the work that I've done, not for like future work. I'm going to be like, you know what, we get it. We're a partner to you. We always want everyone to have a positive experience working with us, or at least know that we're ethical, we're partners to them, we're an extension of their team, we have their best interests, their wins are our wins, then they go out into the world and they're like, for whatever reason, ours wasn't awesome, but we have a sense why, but we would recommend working with them because they were great. So that's what I always want for me, for you. So you have to protect your reputation. Make sure you are always sticking with your promises, you're meeting clients' realistic expectations, and that you also take accountability in your agency. You have to be accountable as the agency owner, support your team, make sure that they feel like you're not throwing them under the bus. If we have a team member that gets an amazing win and I'm the one that shares it, I always say, great job, Sarah. This was amazing. Like, we love this feature so much. Always giving credit where credit is due with my team, but also with clients, take accountability. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you say you're going to show up somewhere at a certain time, get there 5 minutes early. Like, do not ever be the one that is causing problems or being unreliable. You should also always strive to maintain relationships with clients, maintain strong relationships, even if things are not going according to plan. You want to have a good reputation with the one person in your industry, and that can turn into tons of opportunities down the road. Just even working with a company and moving on, and somebody in a leadership role goes to another company and they're like, hey, I have all these great opportunities for you at this new company, and they're able to say, I worked with them before and they're reliable, they get results, they're a pleasure to work with. All of that is really important. The other thing is keep your pipeline clear and organized. There is nothing worse than losing a possible client because you lost track of the communication, you let the conversation drop off, you didn't follow up. We're comms professionals. So personal connections are everything, and that sort of lapse in a relationship can affect your ability to land that client down the road. You have to be a reliable communicator. You have to follow up and stay on top of things. You can have a system in your agency that you can implement for keeping track of your client leads. It's like a CRM. And it doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to have a software. You can just have like a Google sheet, sheet, like Excel, but your team can all add to it, and keeping track of like where you are in the process. You can a Trello board is really good for this too, or Asana. You can move them through the pipeline and have different stages and remind yourself to check in. So what it looks like is up to you, but you want to reflect on what you're doing now. What is your current pipeline protocol, and assess any weak spots? How can you improve it? Are you dropping the ball? Are you not following up in a timely manner? Are your emails missing a personal touch? What is it that is maybe, it's just fine tuning the process to make it more reliable, make it convert better. Maybe looking back on those clients you were able to land and see what was right about it. Was it the timing? Was it the checking in. You know, sometimes I'll even keep track of clients, potential clients, like part of the conversation we had. Did we talk about an upcoming trip? And then say, you know, how was your trip to Yosemite? Did you get to do Mist Trail? Did you hike Mist Trail? Did you guys get soaked like we did? Like following up in a personal way. So you just make a little note, you know, like follow up on that. And then finally, say no. So I know it seems counterintuitive, but saying no to clients is a huge part of building an effective pipeline. And this is easy, like I said before, when you create a client profile of how you want to feel working with them. Do their values align with yours? Are they squarely in the niche you want to work in? If they don't align with your niche, your values, or you just think your spidey senses are like, doo, 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 those red flags, you're seeing them, you're not ignoring them, and you're like, they're going to be a pain in the ass to work with, then those clients are just taking up space in your pipeline, and ditch them. You can say no. Just because you offer a service and somebody comes to you wanting that service does not mean you have to say yes and work with them. You know, have some process where you're able to say, it's not a good fit. You can tuck and roll out of that conversation if they come back to you like, hey, we're ready. And you're like, oh, you know, sometimes we'll say it's a conflict with the current client, or we are no longer accepting new clients at this time, but let me refer you to somebody and go to our network and, you know, offer somebody the chance to pounce on that lead. That's not a fit for you. And keep your efforts fine-tuned to clients that are going to check all of your boxes. You know, just keep that in mind. Not everyone gets to work with you. And when you say no to what does not serve you, you are freeing up space and putting out into the universe what you do want to receive, the kinds of clients that you want to work with, that truly light you up, that inspire you, that make you feel so proud of the work you're doing. And that's why no is one of the most powerful ways that you can strategically build your business. Do not let clients in the door that you know are going to suck the life out of you. And be confident to say, nope, just not a fit, not taking new clients, you're a conflict. Too bad, so sad. Bye. Anyway, so we have the 5 steps. Nail down your ideal client profile, cast your network as far and wide as your net into your network as far and wide as possible. Protect your reputation in the industry. Be reliable, be responsible. It is shocking how many people in our industry are flakes. It is very easy to stand out as somebody who is a person of their word and very responsible. Be that person. Super easy. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Now you rise to the top because everyone else is a colossal flake. So you're protecting your reputation, and you are going to keep your pipeline clear and organized. Whatever your system is, you know, do an audit, get a process in place, and also say no. If it's just not a fit, it is a clear no. And, you know, once you've got clients in the pipeline, you have to develop killer strategies to get them the results they want. So that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for being here. Bye, guys. Have a great one.